It all begins with a broken home for me. Both of my parents were drug addicts. My dad was an alcoholic, and my mom was addicted to meth. After 6th grade, I didn't go back to school. I did not attend middle school at all. I lived in various homes. I never had a stable home. I then began smoking meth for the first time. The first hit I took of meth, the thoughts running through my head were, it must be good because my parents chose meth over me and my brothers. I met Josh, who later on became my son's father, and he was a drug dealer, so I got all the meth for free. I didn't know any of this was bad. I didn't know the drug lifestyle was bad. I just experienced it. It was normal for me. When I was 14 years old, I ended up moving in with my grandmother because my little brother, he was probably about 6 or 7 at the time, he called my grandmother and told her that we were starving and we needed food. When I moved in with my grandma, I found out I was pregnant. I was almost 6 months pregnant, actually. Becoming pregnant with Tristan, I believe God made it happen, even though I was pregnant at 14, and it was a terrible situation. I believe that Tristan was given to me for a reason, to pull me out of that lifestyle and give me a reason to live. I knew that I needed and wanted to parent Tristan the best I could. During my senior year, I met my boyfriend, my high school sweetheart, Nick, and we were in love. I thought that was the one. After high school graduation, I was spiraling out of control. I needed help, and I knew I needed help for myself. That's when I found Hope House. I remember moving into Hope House. I felt like I had a great opportunity. I felt like I was just determined to change my life around. The women, all of them are just godly women. And you could just tell, they're so happy, and they were just glowing, it seemed, and they were different than what I knew and what I was used to. I remember feeling safe for the first time. I felt relieved, and I felt like a bunch of weight was lifted off my shoulders. I really developed close relationships with the girls that I lived with at Hope House. It was amazing to live with other teen moms, and we were all experiencing the same things, and if we were experiencing different things, we could all give each other advice and just be there for each other, which was amazing to me. I did end up leaving Hope House. Hope House really stuck by me on my decision. They didn't want me to leave, but they still loved me and respected my decision to leave the residential program. Nick and I were together. I ended up getting pregnant with my second son, Benjamin. After having Ben, everything went downhill with Nick and I. I ended up getting my own little apartment in Golden and trying to be a single mom to 2 kids. I was barely making enough money to make it. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was on food stamps. I could hardly even survive. I became severely depressed. I had severe anxiety. It was the most miserable point in my life. I ended up trying to get help. I went to a doctor who then prescribed me 9 different prescriptions. I became suicidal. I didn't want to live anymore. I would be driving down the highway and I would just think about going as fast as I could and running my car into a pole because I just couldn't take breathing anymore. I was in so much pain. I didn't have anyone. I felt like I was nothing. I felt like I couldn't parent my kids right. I was so alone. I remember just shoving pills in my mouth. I was just shoving just handfuls of pills in my mouth. And all I could think of was just like, Jesus, please forgive me. You know how much pain I'm in. Just please forgive me. Just take me out of all this pain. After I overdosed, I was in the hospital for a week. I ended up moving to Louisiana with my brother, who was a huge support for me at that time. He helped me to get off of all the prescription pills I was on, which is the reason why I was suicidal in the first place. I decided to move back to Colorado. I needed something to get me into a career, something to get me into a position where I could take care of my kids and get on the right track again with my life. I ended up going with a friend to her college. I was just curious about the programs while I was there with her, and they just developed a dental assisting program at Heritage College. Something just sparked inside of me and it just felt right. So I ended up enrolling right then. I am now a dental assistant. I've been at my job for over a year now. I've gained a lot of experience. I love where I'm at. I've been in the same apartment for 3 years and everything has been stable for me and my boys. Tristan is now 7. He's in elementary school. He is a part of karate and he is very smart. Ben is going to Dottie's Daycare Christian Preschool and he is doing amazing. I truly believe that God has protected me and led me to where I am today. I think He has a huge plan for my future and for my boys. I now want to change position with Hope House and kind of mentor instead of being the teen mom. I want to try to inspire girls that have been in the same situations as me and try to give them hope for their futures because they have a bright future as well.